Alright, this is an emergency broadcast coming out here. I'm going to explain what you're looking at in a second here. There's been a lot of discussion that this downturn in the Bitcoin price is due to the Jihan Wu's cartel actually threatening the hard fork as to block the user activated fork as the mining cartel does, and I'm sure that is a good trigger to get it going. But we're looking at something much different. I think what we're looking at here is the bank is here. The bank. I don't say the banks with the plural because it is one bank. I want you guys to look at the biggest threat to Bitcoin is not a chain split. It's on my channel. The biggest threat to Bitcoin is not a chain split, and that'll explain it much deeper. But I wanted to give you a shout out, a warning here, because what we're looking at here is bot trading in a major way. As you can see, these two charts almost overlay exactly, and what we're looking at is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, how, if the price or the fall of Bitcoin is due to organic market, free market trading, how in the heck would Ethereum, as you're seeing both charts here overlaid on each other, why would Ethereum match minute for minute basically the ebbs and flows of the Bitcoin market? The only reason that's going to happen is you have a big giant bot trading. And why? You're asking, why would they do this? Well, they probably bought a lot on the way up. I'm not sure how. I know there was a lot of organic growth. I doubt whether the banks have more than they can probably pull it down a little bit further than this, because we did see a lot of local Bitcoin growth and a lot of organic growth, and I doubt whether they can do the end. What it is here, in my opinion, is basically a bluff, basically trying to psych us out, because their economy is about to collapse any minute now, and I'm saying any minute. Their economy will not last another quarter, another 3 months. So within the next 90 days, and it could be today, could be next week, within the next 90 days, I do not think this market will make it out of there. We have already seen they could only raise it 1/4 point, and look at the reaction in the S&P for just 1/4 point, and the markets, how they're reacting to it. This market is coming down. You have to see that video to understand the broader implications with this criminal syndicate, and that's what they are. They're hitting with both hands now. They're coming out with legislative bills. They're trying to get people to panic and trying to get you to disassociate Bitcoin as being a flight to safety. So they buy it up at first, and everybody talks about it, and then show you how vulnerable Bitcoin is. Then they short sell it, but they do that first with the help, like I've been saying all along, Jihan Wu and his gang, and the PBOC, the International Banking Cartel. It's one bank. Please watch that video earlier. It's called "The Biggest Threat to Bitcoin is Not a Chain Split," and you'll understand what we're up against here. A giant criminal syndicate that basically is controlled by one super entity, one super bank, and they know that this system of theirs is coming down, and the last thing that they want is for people to go to Bitcoin. So they come out with They come out with laws, like you saw in the last, I don't know, I didn't cover it yet, but it's been covered on Bitcoin Reddit, and also the Dollar Vigilante covered it, in regards to the Feinstein bill regarding how they're going to crack down on cryptos. It has nothing to do with the law, whether the law gets passed or not, but it's about cracking down on people across the border, carrying crypto across the border. It doesn't matter that it's nonsense. The idea is they needed as much bad press and news as they could possibly get so that they could show how vulnerable you are in crypto, because they do not want people putting their money and putting their assets, as this market implodes, they do not want you going into Bitcoin or Ethereum for that matter. So the idea here is an attack on crypto, and I can guarantee you this is what we're looking at, because you can see major bot trading here. That's the only reason you'd have an exact correlation here. Look at the timing. There's no way that these markets would be this correlated and timed so well with the FUD as they always do. So we're looking at the central criminal oligarchy, the bank oligarchy. You got to do some research on. I've got a lot of stuff on Crypto Radio. There's a European bank whistleblower that came out and blew everything out of the water, guys. These people are sick. They're ahead of everything, including the pedophile network, the guy that just got killed, the representative, senator or whatever that got killed in the park. Well, he was uncovering this pedophile network. And so the whole thing is unraveling, guys. And what they're trying to do to crypto is they're trying to get you conditioned to believe that it's not safe either, because that's the last thing that they want you to do, because they realize that as their system comes down, everybody piles onto crypto and they lose control. So I'm urging everybody to, if you bought Bitcoin, I don't care what price you bought it at, guaranteed Bitcoin is going to the moon, and you're going to be glad that you have them. Don't get rid of your Bitcoin. Don't succumb to this crap that is not even based on the technology or any reason other than this central cabal that I've said for so long on all my videos. You can go back and see some other videos that I'm talking about this entire, I call it a communist system, but it's really a centralist system, a criminal cabal that owns 45% of the entire globe. How sick are we to even allow that to happen? Well, let me just tell you here, this is not about the Bitcoin issues. If it were about the Bitcoin issues, you wouldn't see graphs matched in such perfect timing. They're running bots through as a psychological warfare against people getting into crypto, training you not to buy crypto because they realize that it will lead to a speculative attack. As their markets start to implode, people will definitely start moving more and more into crypto. It'll just go crazy, and we will realize what we want, which is decentralized power. We're not the terrorists. They are. They are the terrorists. If you want to find out, there's plenty of YouTubes to uncover who they are. Who are these bankers? Who's in charge of this? And so they're terrorizing the Bitcoin right now. They realize their market's not going to last. Even a lousy quarter point, and it already started to implode their stock market with a lousy quarter point. I'm sure they will try to bail out their market with some off-balance sheet purchases as they do. Buying equities from one cabal, buying equities, more control, ownership, less free market. Anyway, I get into that. Look in my past videos, especially the Bitcoin's biggest threat video that I have there, to understand this. Get this message out to people so we understand what's really going on here and who we're against. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. The biggest threat for us in crypto is not our technology or even our debates or even our conflict between short-term miners rather than long-term miners. It has nothing to do with that. What it is again, state-sponsored terrorism, and they're taking it to us because they realize that we are going to get control and deliver it to the people. That's the last thing that they want. Governments are subservient to corporations. Corporations subservient to the financial institutions, which all funnel into one super entity. The facts are there. It's all there to research it. And then just type in YouTube, bank whistleblower, and see if you can find that. I think you can. If you can't find it there, YouTube, of course you can go to Crypto Radio, it's in one of those, but there's a lot of videos there. You can go to the Dollar Vigilante, X22 report, I think, covers this guy, bank whistleblower. Let's see if I can get the exact thing so I don't mislead you here. Let me have a quick look at this, see if I can look it up for you guys. It's so important that you understand what we're talking about here is totally real. Bank whistleblower, and let's see what comes up here. Here he is. Here it is there. Video by there's a lot of videos on it, and wow, this thing is really getting a lot of views. And let's see if I can get you the guy's name who actually is. Here it is, SGT report. Just type in bank whistleblower SGT report, and whistleblower, all misery on earth is a business model. And he goes over it. Also, interestingly enough, I see Karen Hughes, who was the head counselor, the legal team of the World Bank, who is also a whistleblower, saying the same thing, exposing the same thing, the same mega cabal. We're looking at a mega cabal, a mega mafia, a syndicate that controls the world. If you control 45% of the globe, that's basically controlling the world, guys. Because you're setting the pretext for all the other 65%. It's got to fall in line, or you're not going to get, your contracts and your deals and everything else. So here it is. Karen Hughes is one, but this guy here, and let's see if I can find this guy's name here real quick, but it is under the SGT report. And Ronald Bernard is his name. Bank whistleblower Ronald Bernard, here's what it says on the SGT report, is back, and this time he's exposing an entire international banking syndicate which controls not only the global monetary system but the entire planet itself. The Bank of International Settlements sits atop the pyramid of power, followed by the IMF, the World Bank, blah, 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 blah. I'll let you guys dig into this, do your homework. I'm telling you, it's all real, it's all happening, and the proof in the pudding. We should have seen this earlier. I too thought it was the Jihan Wu and other FUD coming out, but this is a coordinated attack by the state yet again, and the only reason is they know that there's going to be a crash coming. So if you got whatever you have in terms of your asset, you want to protect yourself, get into crypto, because the only thing they can do is basically sell it down to those original levels, maybe 1,000, 1,200, something like that. There's so much organic growth. The lowest possible level probably 15 to 1,800. So just buy it at any price, because in the end it is going to be crazy. And if it wasn't a threat, and if Bitcoin was no good and it wasn't going to give you back the power, then there would be no reason for them to do this, as well as making all those threats about bringing laws. They're just trying to scare you out of it, because they realize in the end we're going to gain the power, and this syndicate cannot have that. So if you want power in this world, that's where you got to do it. And we have to also speak out about this crime syndicate known as the banking system. Thanks a lot, guys. This has been a warning report. Try to spread it on to as many people as you can, and hopefully we can do something. I don't know if Trump is a good guy or a bad guy. He's certainly hired a lot of bankers and a lot of people from this syndicate. So, you know, I wouldn't hold much hope out. But then again, who knows? Maybe keep your enemies friends close and your enemies closer. Is that what he's doing? I have no clue, guys, of whether he's legit or not. But we know that these are killers and pedophiles. That's why that guy just got killed a few days ago in the park. He was uncovering pedophilia. Also, you can research that on YouTube. You'll actually find his YouTubes about that, how he's coming out against these guys. And it was going to implicate half of the government, basically. And I think we know which people are involved. And as well as the whistleblower actually crying during an interview of the evil things that he's been forced to witness being part of their cabal. So that's it, guys. I bring this to you from the bottom of the heart. I don't, you know, I might even disable comments. It is what it is. Research it, and it's time to grow up and be adults and take responsibility for this world, or have no life at all, or just continue into utter slavery. I don't know what else to say, guys. Thanks a lot, and God bless. Godspeed to you all. Thanks. Bye-bye.